Hi, my name is Anne, and I'll be leading you in a guided flow yoga class using the chair. So let's first come to a nice seated, relaxed placement on the chair. And feel how your pelvis is anchored into the chair and your feet on the floor. And then lift up through the lower back, relax your shoulders, crown of the head lifted, and take your hands into prayer posture. At the center of the chest, the thumbs anchoring at the center, open chest, fingers together, palms gently pressed together. Lifting up through the crown of the head and sliding the shoulder blades down the back, rooting the shoulders into the back of the body. Take a long inhalation and then a long exhalation. In and out through the nose, inhale and exhale. And one more, inhale and exhale. And then relax your hands onto your lap and roll your shoulders back. Let's start with a big lift in the shoulders, rolling and circling them back. So you're going to inhale and then exhale as they release down. So using the breath to move the shoulders, linking breath and movement. Inhale, lifting up, exhale, and lowering all the way down. And then in the other direction, rolling forward. Inhale, beginning the circle, exhale, and rolling forward. And breathe. You can close your eyes and really feel inside the body instead of being kind of projected outward to yourself. You can close your eyes and really feel the circling of the shoulders in the sockets and how the shoulder blades lift and lower with the shoulders manipulated in this circular motion. And then bring the arms out to the side. And you're going to have your arms so that your elbows are bent and your elbows are shoulder height. So it would be more this way than this. We're not sticking our chest out. It's just gentle. You don't want to overemphasize things. So it's just here. And then you're going to inhale. You're going to roll your shoulders all the way back as you bring your arms back. And you're going to feel those arms rooted into your back. And then you're going to exhale down. So you're going to inhale and open up the chest, drive the shoulder blades down. Exhale, roll the shoulders forward. And I'm not going down here, I'm stopping here. So it's inhale, open the chest, slide the collarbone wide, and then exhale, rolling the shoulders forward. So it's the manipulation of the shoulders rolling back and forward in the sockets with bent elbows. And then from here, you're going to drop the shoulders down, you're going to draw the navel in to the spine, and you're going to slowly and gently find how far you can reach up. Some of us can't reach all the way up, but you're going to find where is that. So you're going to guide your arms up and just feel the stretch even from the waist as you lengthen long through the bones of the fingers. If you can come all the way up, that's fine. And then you're going to come all the way down, all the way, even into your sides. So you can break up the range of motion from here to in, and then from here maybe a little bit up and down, and then a little further up if that feels good to you. And if you can move all the way up, you want to really sit into the chair so you get this stretch all the way from the waist into the fingertips. And then you're going to come all the way down here. And then we're going to roll our arms in, and as we do that, it's moving from not your elbows, but from your shoulders. You're going to roll your shoulders inward, and you can feel your chest muscles then. And then you're going to inhale, and then exhale, and feel your back muscles. So here, sitting up nice and tall, reaching, lengthening through the spine. You want to lift the crown of the head like you have a block, a yoga block on your head or a crown on your head. And then you're going to release all the way down. And then roll your shoulders back again, reset the shoulders into the back of the body. and then reach your arms forward where your palms will face each other. And then you're going to bring your arms up as high as you can, and as you do this, sit into your seat so that as you sit down, you can really lengthen and pull even all of the muscle tissue from the connective sides of your waist all the way up into the arms and all the way up into the fingers. And don't push your chest so much forward. Keep your rib cage on top of the pelvis as you do so. And then slowly and gently release down. So on the exhale, we're going to release our arms down. On the inhale, you're going to lift the chest, you're going to lift the arms, you're going to drop the shoulders down. You can look up between the hands and stretch, and then exhale and release all the way down. And then we're going to move our arms up on the inhalation, and we're going to have our palms facing each other. And then you're going to reach your arms so that your palms will face out a little bit, not too much because you can't really roll that far out, but then you're going to reach them in so that the palms face each other, dropping the shoulders down, lifting up through the fingertips. And really getting a stretch, lifting each vertebra off the next. So even from the lower back, as you bear down into the pelvis, you lift up through the crown of the head and you relax the shoulders down in the sockets. The lift is from the fingers and you press through the feet. And then you just kind of melt the arms down on the exhalation, feeling the breath release completely. So next we'll begin utilizing the legs, using the legs, and then adding arm and leg movement. So we're just breaking everything down. So you're going to pull your right leg up. As you do that, you want to drop down into the seat. You're not going to lift your leg up. You're going to drop down into the seat using your lower abs, and this is going to be your exhale to lift the leg, and then inhale, you're going to lower it down. So it's exhale, lift, inhale, lower, exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Make sure you're sitting upright. And then the other leg, lifting up, exhale, suctioning in, inhale, lower, exhale, pressing down through the buttocks into the chair, and lifting up. And then one more time. And then alternating. So you can feel how this feels in your lower back. You want to really press down into the buttocks, into the chair, so that you're rooted there. And then we're going to extend the lever of the leg here and in. So this is your inhale, stretching the leg out, and then exhale, drawing it in. And just reaching it out. And if your hand is here, you could actually feel your quadricep muscle, that muscle at the top of the thigh, squeezing to bring the leg straight. And then the other side. So each time, 4 on each side, stay lifted up through the crown of the head. You want to think about your posture. And then we're going to extend from here, lifting up and down, right? So you can only go so far down. So we're going to lift up and down, straight leg, push your buttocks down into the seat to lift. And then the other leg, straight leg, keep your abs tight, push down. Feel that quadricep working. And then we're going to take our hands, we're going to come to the a little closer to the edge of the chair, and you're going to have your elbows back so that your shoulder blades are engaged. You can stick your chest forward a little bit. You're going to press down, but we're not going to press down to lift the buttocks up yet. We're going to move back a little bit. You can bring your back to the back of the chair, and on here, I could do it here to show you. So you're here on the chair, and then you would just lean back. The chair is there, so you don't have to look. It's there, and you could just lean back, open your chest a little bit, draw your abs in, and so that you're here. So it's kind of this little rocking motion. Don't do this. Don't go into the chair here. You want to keep the back straight, and you just hinge back, and you lift the legs up. You want to push down, again, the buttocks into the chair. So here, leaning back, use your abdominals, feel them, lean back, lift your legs up as high as you can. You can lift them here. It doesn't have to be all the way. And then come back down. The thing is, you don't want to swing your legs, because when you swing your legs, your back rounds. And then next, Don't bring your feet real close to the chair. You want to have them heels underneath the knees. You're going to lift your chest. You're going to use your hands a little bit, and you're going to lift your buttocks up. Not here, but here. Just lifting, pressing through the feet, and lowering down. And as you bend, your elbows are to the back wall. They're not here. They're all the way back so that your chest can really open, and you can utilize these back muscles here and lift the chest up, press down and lift. Make sure your elbows stay back and not round to the sides. So from here and up. And here you can also use, this is using your triceps and your feet. You could push down through the feet, and then you can also push the hips up, squeezing the buttocks, and then slowly and gently dropping down. And you want to find, well, where is your range of motion that you're comfortable with? You might not have a lot of upper body strength, so then don't lift up so high. Here's fine, and come down. Just don't push with your hands so much. Draw in with your abs. Use your abs and buttocks to help you lift instead of pushing into the chair. So it's really harnessing those abs and the buttocks. And then if you want, you can squeeze the buttocks and lift up higher, and then bend the elbows to the back wall to help lower you down. You want to shorten the lever of the arm. You stretch the lever of the arm, and then you bring the elbows back with the shoulders and open chest. So the next is we're going to move the legs and arms together. So as we're going to circle the arms a little bit because we've pressed down so much. So you're going to inhale, you're going to open up the arms, and you're going to really utilize your back muscles. So you're going to inhale, push your buttocks and feet down, and exhale. Inhale, begin the circle. Exhale, release the circle. And then inhale, bringing the arms in. Inhale, and then exhale as you bring the arms into the center line of the body. And then one more time. Really drop your shoulders down. Try not to lift your shoulders as you lift your hands up. Release your shoulders down. Get the stretch from the sides of the body. So here we go with arm and leg movements. So you're going to bring your right arm up and your left leg, and we're going to twist to the side just a little bit. It's not here. It's just to here. And you're not touching. You're just here. This arm stays over this leg. This arm just goes out as far as you can twist it back or bring it back. As far as you can twist from here, you reach the other arm back. You don't over twist, okay? So here we go. So you're gonna reach nice and slow. You can guide your thumb, the center of your thumb. You can look at it as you move, and you're gonna reach, try to keep this arm here. And as you move here, try to keep this arm in alignment to here. And you could drop it down to feel if it's there, right? You don't have to look. And breathe. So reaching, arm over leg, and reaching, arm over leg. So you can move in this way, kind of just brushing the knee. And push down into the chair. So the inhale is going to be your lift, the exhale is to land. The inhale, and you want to feel your spine lift you as you do this little twist. And again, don't twist too much. It comes from the rib cage, not from the shoulders, or not from the arms. It comes from this center here. You can only twist so far. So coming into bringing the legs in, you're going to twist to one side. It doesn't matter which side. You're going to twist to one side. If you have a chair with an arm here, you can hold on to the arm. And you can see I'm not twisting here because I'm keeping the center of my facial features into the center line of the spine. I'm keeping them in alignment as I twist. I'm not pulling on my neck. And I'm just looking to the side, and this comes from here. It comes from the ribs, the lower ribs. Squeezing the spine, pulling it in, exhaling all the air out of the body, sitting into the seat, lifting up through the crown of the head. Inhale back to center, and then exhale, grabbing the legs, squeezing them together, pulling everything to that center line. Again, the facial features. You want to even, I'm going a little too far. So here, the facial features should be in alignment to the center, as you twist. And then inhale and come back to center. Let's extend this leg up, grabbing our hands underneath. You can interlace your fingers underneath. And again, you're hinging from here. You're not pulling back, right? So I'm not pulling when I'm here grabbing my leg. I'm not pulling back like this. I'm at the edge of my chair a little bit more, a little closer to the edge. And I'm lifting the leg up here. I'm not pulling my leg back. I'm lifting up. There's a difference. And then I'm releasing it down. So lifting it up and lowering it down. And as you do this, you want to feel placed into the seat, pushing your buttocks down for stabilization of the leg in the socket so that you can lift up and push the other foot down to stabilize as you're lifting up. But the pelvis is really maintaining all of this. Now bring the leg up, interlace your fingers, lift your chest up, draw your abs in, and stretch the leg out as far as you can. And it's not locking the knee, it's pulling on the leg, pulling on these muscles in this direction and in this direction. And then release, and then the other. And you want to sit up tall as you do this. Pull the leg into the socket. It's kind of like putting on really tight tights, right? Or a tight stocking. And lifting up. Tight wetsuit. Drop your shoulders down and release. Now, I can lift my leg pretty high. You don't have to. You can have your hands here and you can extend your leg out here. You have to work with what's available to you. And eventually, you'll have the strength to lift it higher. But you lift however you can as you start to do this. And then we're going to try to hold it here. We're going to pull the leg into the socket using our abs, and our heel is going to be out. Again, not locking the knee, but stretching the leg. And then you're going to push down into your seat, push down into the foot, and lift your arms up. Try to push down into the seat and into the floor to lift your spine up so that each vertebra is lifted off the next. And breathe. Don't hold your breath. Breathe. And you'll feel that quad. Your leg might shake and release, and that's okay. So here we go. Other side. Lifting up, bearing down, drawing in, and stretching. Lifting up through the crown of the head, drawing the shoulders back, reaching the fingers forward. Everything is in opposition. Fingers forward, shoulders back, foot forward, leg back. And really lift your body up, pushing down to lift up. And release. And then we're going to come up slowly and lifting all the way up, pressing down into the feet and stretch your arms up. Take a long inhalation and a long exhalation. Again, lifting up as high as you can. You don't have to lift up all the way. And then release down. Whenever we bring our arms up in yoga, we always turn them so that when your arms are here, you can get a better lift here in this part of the body. If your arms are here, you're kind of limited, and then you use your upper traps here more so. So if you do this, you get more of a lift, and you even get more of a lift in the front and even in the back of the body. So it's this whole kind of 3D image that you want to feel, and it's pressing through the feet. And then stretch your arms out. And then we're going to face the chair, and we're going to do some standing postures. We're going to start here, and we're going to inhale and lift the chest. Now, as you notice, when I lift the chest, I don't lift the chest this way. My shoulders aren't by my ears. They're all the way back. I want to keep this nice space here. And your knees, you want to have your knees right against the chair, right there. And you're going to lengthen the crown of the head away from the tip of the tailbone, not the chin. The crown of the head, away from the tip of the tailbone. Remember, everything's in opposition to each other. And then you're going to take your left leg back. Now, I'm going to keep this knee right there. I'm going to bring my leg back. Okay, and you can, maybe this is as far as you can bring it. Maybe this is as far as you can bring it. That's okay. But lean over the chair a little bit more. And breathe and bring that leg back. And you'll feel how much you have to use this glute and how much you have to use this leg. Don't push your hip out. Make sure your leg pushes into the socket so you can feel balance. It's not like it's going to drag you out to the side. And then you're going to bring the leg back in. And you could do this a few times. So we could do this 3 times where the knee comes and touches the chair. And then we can do the other side for 3. And again, it's as far as you want to go. Now, this is your stabilized leg. This leg has to work harder than this leg moving. And then you can do alternating. And then you can grab either the sides of the chair or the chair itself, and then you're going to kind of round your back here, using your abs, rounding in, and then inhale, bring your feet even underneath it a little closer, have the knees really close to the chair, and then have your arms come to the side, rotate your palms towards your body, and press your feet down. As I reach my hands here, I push my fingertips to the floor and lift up through the crown of the head. Always opposition, feet to head. Lengthening the neck, dropping the shoulders down. Try to keep the rib cage above the pelvis so that you're not here or here. Try to separate all the way around so that you're not compressed. And the breathing is so important in yoga because of how the diaphragm moves up and down. So the diaphragm helps the spine lift on the inhalation. On the exhalation, it guides it back into place. So you're constantly moving the diaphragm up and down in the breathing process. So it's very important that you continue to really move the breath. So we're going to bring the left leg back, and here we're going to rotate from our hip. It doesn't come from the foot, it comes from here. You're going to drop the heel down, okay? And then you're going to lift the heel up. So as you do this, what we're going to do is we're going to stretch that calf muscle. So you're going to inhale and lift it up, exhale down, and then see if eventually you can really drop it down. Keep this knee here, keep the knee on top of the ankle. Make sure you look and check your form, and lift your chest up. Now the problem is here, I have my rib cage here, my pelvis here. So we want to bring this underneath us. We want to bring the pelvis underneath us. You have to use your glutes. They have to pull up, and then here you lift up. It's kind of like putting on a tight pair of jeans. You have to zipper up those abs right into the lower spine. And then see if you can touch either the chair or even your leg. You can always have your leg, your hands on your leg, kind of tracing the leg. And then you can bring your pelvis forward a little bit more and lift your chest up. Here you're going to bring your elbows back, your shoulders back. Make sure you have the chair and you're not moving the knee away from the ankle. It's got to be right there, and lift the chest up. These hips are going to move inward like they're on a skewer, and lengthen the spine. And then you're going to hinge from here. Now as you hinge from here, this glute has to go back because you're going to hinge from here. And then you lift the heel, you bring the leg back into place. And then we're going to bring the other leg back nice and slow. Again, you can work the heel a few times, getting that calf muscle prepared to land the heel down. And then lifting up. Again, you're going to pull everything up, the skin of the leg, make sure that the knee is in alignment to the ankle, pull everything up, the glutes pull up underneath you to push your spine up, and the crown of the head. You can have your hands on this leg. You can also be more forward if you feel like you need more support, obviously. And then you're going to draw up. Again, it's kind of like you're zippering up and in. And then you see, can I bring one arm up? When you bring one arm up, you have to push into your feet. And then the other arm, and you have to push into your feet, because you're not looking at your feet. You have to feel them. So you know where they are if you can push down and lift up. And then keep zippering, anchoring down, reaching up. And again, if you can't lift the arms all the way, you can bring them here, you can bring them here. It doesn't matter. If you can extend, you get a nice stretch all through the sides. and then exhale. Coming forward, push your glute back. Don't pull forward, and bend from here and bring your leg in. Inhale, stretch, press your feet down. You're gonna feel the chair with your knees. And then exhale. Bring your hands forward, bend from here, not from here. Push your butt back. Buttocks back. Bring your left leg back now. Lift. You can guide from the chair, you can guide from the leg, you can bring your hands on your hips. Guide to the chair, push your buttocks back, lean forward, bring the leg back in, press down through the feet, lift up, inhale, exhale, bring the leg back, drop the heel, anchor the heel, lift the arms up. A long inhalation, stretch the spine, lift up through the glute, exhale, leaning forward, hinging, hands on the chair, come back, inhale, exhale. Coming down to the floor, you tuck your toes under, you lift up, knee on top of the ankle, and you soften down. You can climb down the chair as you do this. If the chair is against the wall, even better in your setup. So here we go. Lift the chest up, tuck the toes under, pull your body forward, bring the leg back, inhale, lift up, exhale. You can also have a pillow there underneath or to the side, and you can bring it underneath the knee. Slowly soften down. Now, I'm not pushing my knee down. I'm going down, kind of like a hydraulic lift, where to go up and down, and I'm slowly and gently lowering down. I'm keeping my hips together as I do that. Lift the chest up, tuck the toes, use your glute muscles, use your abs, pull yourself forward and come up. Inhale, exhale, bring the left leg back, drop the heel. This time we're going to take the right hand onto the leg, you trace that leg, you bring your hand onto the chair, you inhale, you exhale, and you rotate to the side. Now, the rotation comes from here. It doesn't come from here. So you have to draw these ribs underneath you. They have to go underneath to move. And the elbow doesn't go back, it's just up, and you stretch. And then you exhale, you rotate back, make sure that heel stays underneath the knee, and then again, you can rotate again here. And then you come back down. And you could do these little rotations. And then you're gonna lift up, grab the chair, hinge forward, the leg goes back, you drop down through the heel, lift your chest up, hand comes down, hand goes onto the hip, and stretch. Knee is on top of the ankle. Open up the chest, don't rotate too much. Come back in. Tap the hand on the chair. This is your exhale. This is your inhale, stretching and lengthening, and exhale. Push your feet into the floor. It's not about the rotation, it's about being anchored into the floor as you do this. And then moving forward, inhale and lift up. Again, you don't have to lift so high, or you can press the feet down, feel your feet, and exhale. Extend the left leg back now, and grab the top of the chair, pull yourself a little bit over the chair. You're gonna feel that leg right here. Don't shift your hip out. Stay centered. Push your hip in as you bring that leg out. And then come back in, hands down, slide the leg back in, extend out. Again, draw the hips together, lift and stretch, exhale and release. Inhale and lift, stretching up, pressing down, exhale, and relax. Walk your feet back, flat back, round your back, exhale, pull your belly button up into your spine, And then reach your hips back. And you notice my knees are bent as I do this. So I'm really getting this drawing upward motion. I'm not really pushing my head down too much. You can even just look at the chair. And it's really from here that we're stretching that lower back, especially if we've been sitting a lot. You shift all the way back, shifting the hips back, shifting the hips underneath you, drawing up and underneath you, and then pushing back again. And as your knees bend and your back kind of breathes with the breath, right? So inhale, stretching, exhale, drawing up, inhale, stretching back. And then we're going to lift one heel and then the other, open up the chest and breathe. And then stretch back again. Now you can put your hands onto the chair and you can walk a little bit forward and have your head just rest on the chair. So you can just have your forehead relax on the chair, and you can kind of move your forehead a little bit from side to side. And then you're going to shift your hips back again. The shifting of the hips is very important. And your head can just hang between the arms. And this is very important because this will open up all of these muscles here underneath the armpit, which a lot of times get very stiff. So you're going to just allow your head to hang, allow the shoulders to kind of collapse down inward, and just hold here. You can close your eyes a little bit. If you have vertigo, you can have your arms higher and you can look forward. You can look forward without dropping the head, and you'll feel the same thing. The thing is, you don't want to do this into your back. You don't want to shift the hips up, or you want to use your abs a little bit more and keep the back long. But it's this opening up here that's very important. And then you're going to come up and then come back to the chair. Come up. A big sweep of the arms, again, as high as you can lift them, and then bringing them down to the center of the chest. In meditation, you want to make sure that your spine is always lifted so you're not sinking into yourself. And this helps you have more connection to your breathing muscles. Right? So relax your shoulders down, crown of the head lifted, and just start to breathe. Feel your feet underneath you here, attached to the floor. Again, knees above the ankles, your legs shouldn't be back here. And then the spine is lifted nice and tall. And you can kind of move around into your seat until you get a nice, what we call seat. You get a comfortable seat. Your hands are relaxed at your side. And your eyes, instead of closing them, they're going to be partially open. So they're going to be partially open. At the bridge of your nose, your gaze is here, the gaze of the eyes. It goes down the bridge of the nose and forward a little bit. And it's really not your focal point, but it is kind of this, this anchoring of the vision, but you want to see the periphery of your vision. So there isn't really a focal point. And your hands stay relaxed at your side. And you're going to feel your breath. So you're going to take a long inhalation and a long exhalation. You're going to do this 3 times. Inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale. And the last one is going to bring us into the meditation. So it's kind of what we call kind of dropping down and into yourself. And although you can see the outside world, we're going to close ourselves off a little bit from that world, except for the vision. So even as if you have little doors on your ears, you're going to kind of close those doors so you can hear more internal sounds, maybe of your breath or heartbeat, maybe the gurgling of your stomach, whatever it is, they're internal sounds. And our gazes drop so that we're aware of our settings, where we are. And we're just going to focus on our breath. We're not going to control it, but we're just going to bring focus to the inhalations and the exhalations. Feeling the rise of the body and then the fall of the body. So the rise with the inhale and the exhale, kind of dropping down into ourselves. And what we're going to do is not push any thoughts away. We're going to just observe a thought and not connect any other thoughts to it. And we're just going to observe how these thoughts come in and out of our minds. And we're just going to bring our attention back to the breath. Anytime a thought wants to pull you away to think about something else, you go back to the breath. And again, not controlling the breath, just being. Feeling that life force of the breath within you, and just sitting and breathing. Sitting with attention on the breath. If you need to blink or close your eyes for a moment, do so. But bring your eyes back to open position. Just little relaxed gaze. You don't have to have them completely open. But just a little relaxed gaze, taking the vision in, just being incredibly present, not judging anything, and not being pulled away by anything. Relax your jaw and facial muscles. Relax your shoulders. The chin slightly moves down without rolling your shoulders, so that the back of the spine can be nice and long here, through the back of the head. Control the breath, just allow it to happen and feel it inside the body. And then gently close the eyes. Open your eyes and bring yourself again to the front of the chair. Grab the back of the chair, or as far back as you can, and then drop your shoulders down and lift your chest up. And bring the breath really underneath the collarbone. Your lungs are right underneath there. That's the very top of the lungs. And breathe. You can also have your hands to push down to take your spine in, so the chest gets this enormous stretch from the very base all the way up through the shoulder. And then exhale, hands come together in Namaste. Thank you.